Hello everybody, welcome back to Throttle Grotto. I figure I would give you guys an update on what I've been up to in the past week or two and catch you guys up on the rabbit progress. Stay tuned. All right everyone, the shop is a complete disaster. I've been really hard at work trying to get the rabbit ready for spring meet coming up at the end of the month. First show I'm going to take the rabbit to, I'm just going to put it in the show and shine. I'm not going to get the car judged. There's too many things wrong with this car to put it in the judged show. But one thing you'll notice behind me is that I no longer have a red door. I have an orange door. And it fulfills the requirement of orange because there's a lot of orange peel in it. But let me show you what I've been up to. All right, so one of the things I got going on here is I finally got a battery sorted out. And you might notice that it's sitting in here sideways, but this actually works really well for the way I have the battery terminals. This is a Miata battery, an NA Miata battery. And I made this little hold down piece and had to drill a couple of holes in the battery tray for the bars to hold it in place. But now I have a good cranking amp battery. I was having some problems with the Odyssey one that I had before. Still got wiring to clean up here. There's still a mess. But the big news is the doors are both painted. So you can see here, yeah, I got a lot of orange peel in this door, which I started working on a little bit the other night just to see how much it would take to get sanded down so I can polish it out. Really doesn't need that much. The other door, which you'll notice not on the car, is over here. So this door turned out awesome with the exception of, you can see all these little specks all over in the paint. Let's see here. There we go. You can kind of see some of them if I reflect it. There we go. So you can see all these little spots. And what these spots are, it's called solvent pop. And what happened was I was painting outside and I got them all over the door. They're up on the frame, the surround there, kind of everywhere. So what causes this is the first layer of clear that I put on ended up flashing really quick because I was painting outside and there was a big breeze. And so the solvent, when I laid the second coat on, came through the first coat, made these little tunnels in the paint or in the clear. So what I have to do is I have to sand down and polish the door. And I just did this real quick with some 1500 that I had and a little bit of lubricant to keep the sandpaper fresh. So that's my project for the day, is to get this door. So that's my project for today, is to get this door fixed and ready to put back on the car. And if I have time, all right, now with a little bit of natural light, not natty light, just natural light, you can kind of see what I'm talking about with all the little bumps here on the, and it's everywhere. So I'll show you what I'm going to use to do this. I'm going to use my Griots random orbital machine here with a hook and loop pad, and then some of these, they're basically a Velcro sanding pad, and a little bit of water just to, lubricate this surface and keep it working. And so I'm going to sand down this whole door, and then we'll see how it looks. All right, now you guys can kind of see what's going on here. So here you can see there's still just a little bit of those pops left. I'm not trying to get all the way through the clear because I've only got like 2 pretty thick coats of clear on here, but I'm also not trying to make this door absolutely perfect. Like, this car is not perfect, so I'm not as concerned like this little thing right here. I'm not even sure how that got there. It was probably there before I even started painting. I just trying to get this done in time for the show and make it look not red. So far, we're doing good. So you can see here, this is what the solvent pop looks like, sanded down a little bit. So I've still got to do the rest of the door. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll check back in, and then we'll grab some polishing pads and some compound, and it should get rid of all of this, or at least a significant majority of it. All right, after a significant amount of time, we have a really pretty decent looking door for what I've been able to do here at home. Basically, I painted this door right there on this concrete pad in the alley. You can see there's a little bit of hazing right through here that I didn't polish out. There's a dimple there, a dimple there, a little dimple there. You can still see if you look, I don't know how to show it to you. It's really difficult to show the really faint little dots that are still in here. Let me see. There we go. You can kind of see as I move along, they're still in there just a little bit, but to like most people aren't going to notice it. Like, 10 feet away. It's still going to be the nicest looking part of the car. So I have what appears to be a window of mostly clear weather. So I am going to move some stuff out of the way. I'm going to pull the Rabbit out enough that I can get this door mounted. And let's get this on the car and see how it looks against the rest of the car. And I'll probably pull the passenger door off and do the same treatment with it here on the Sawhorses instead of the car. All right, here it is, the door mounted to the car. And I still haven't put the center trim on. I still haven't put the inner door panels on or the plastics that, like the vapor barrier. Still need to put the wing window in and all the stuff around the window. But look at that. I'm really happy with how well this matches. And I can actually open the door from the inside for the first time. Yeah, from the first time since I've started this channel. I can open the door from the inside. 6 years. Wow. So, but the door's shut real nice. Everything lines up really great. This body line here is obviously huge because it's a 50-year-old economy car. I don't know how to push the door back in the frame at all, because if you look up here, there's not really any way to do that. There's side to side and a little tiny bit of up and down adjustment, but there's not really any there's not really any forward and back adjustment in these doors. So I'm going to be happy with that. Maybe I'll pull the fender forward a little bit just to make them even. I don't know. Anyway, if you know how to adjust that gap, let me know, because that would be kind of good to know. But man, look at how well this paint matches. And I haven't polished here or here. Neither of these, the fender or the rear quarter, have been polished yet. So getting a little bit of touch-up paint on some of this stuff and a little bit of polish, that's going to help a lot. All right, I figured before I started really getting into this door, I'd show you guys how poorly I got the driver's side door painted. You can see here there is a ton of dirt and stuff in the clear here. Bugs. I got to get the bugs out of it. But I didn't have the solvent pop, but I had a little, I don't know what that dimple's from. Probably a little fisheye or something like that. So this one's going to take a bit longer to sand down. You can see here, it's coming out pretty good though. Like Got a little orange peel there to get rid of, a little bit there. And then my bug problem, which is, it's just going to be a bug problem. All right, here's the final product. I'm not entirely happy with how this turned out. The right way to fix this would have been just to repaint the door. And if it was going on anything else, I probably would have repainted the door. Like, I had to put a little extra touch-up paint in some of these spots that I had bugs fall into and stuff like that. And yeah, the orange peel didn't come out completely because it was pretty bad. But for a car that hasn't been on the road in 12 years, getting this back to all one color and getting to use it is better than having perfect paint. And the rest of the car isn't perfect anyway. So I'm going to let these little dots dry and hang this on the car. All right, everyone. The door is polished and back on the car. I also installed a set of wing windows that I had vented, you know, the opening, like this style of wing window. Put the chrome trim back on around the window on both sides, and the Rabbit is looking really sweet. Took some time and realigned this front fender too, because it was always sitting weird for some reason, and now it's like chef's kiss. So started putting the door together. Don't have a driver's side window yet, so got a lot of things left to do. I got a lot of interior work to do. The Rabbit is coming together, people. All right, everybody, I am exhausted. I've been out here like literally all day. I still have a ton of stuff to do this weekend, and I have a 10-mile run I have to do tomorrow too. So I'm going to start wrapping things up out here. So that's all the time I have for today. Until next time, get out there and work on something.